What's going on, everybody? My name is Phil, and today I'm going to go over a special pedal that I have here. It is the Marshall Bluesbreaker reissue pedal. Now again, I said this is the reissue. I don't have the original because I just don't have the coin to throw down on it right now. Let's be brutally honest about it. But this is supposed to be a really good adaptation. Marshall's clone of their own pedal, I guess. It's supposed to be the exact same thing. So what I do know, I love the sounds that I got out of this thing, so today we're going to go through this pedal. We'll put it through a Gibson, we'll put it through a Strat, and see what kind of tones we can get out of this thing, and maybe see if it's the right choice for you. And in a later date, we'll probably do I guess kind of a comparison with Bluesbreaker style pedals. I have a few other ones here that I've used for years. Morning Glory, J Rocket, had a Snouse at one point. Ended up getting rid of that, too many switches for me. If I'm being brutally honest here. I have the Protein, the left side of the Protein pedal. So we have some other pedals we could play with at a later date. That's a different video. But for this one, I'm going to focus on this. Let's just see kind of what came about on this. So very slight history of this pedal. And then we're going to get on some audio clips and you can get back to playing guitar. So the only thing I knew about the Bluesbreaker was the actual amplifier. And I knew they had really old versions of them that were super unobtainable in price. I knew I always wanted one, I just really never played much of one. So I played a reissue once, I thought it sounded awesome, but I never played the real deal. So supposedly this pedal was inspired in the early 60s when Eric Clapton picked up a 212 JTM from Jim Marshall, and then he played it in the mid 60s, blew everybody's mind, and of course they wanted to take that same concept, feel, and sound, and they put it in this pedal format in 1991, I believe. They had a few other pedals, obviously Drive Master, Shred Master. I know the Shred Master, Johnny Greenwood, used that a bunch on the early Radiohead albums, and for whatever reason, people didn't really bite on these, and they were discontinued shortly after. Of course, that got reignited. John Mayer started playing one, other famous people started playing them, people started to like them more and more, and now they're worth a fair amount of money, and I kind of see why. I mean, it's a great sounding pedal. I mean, there's only 3 knobs on this thing, gain, tone, volume, and it's really smooth. It's got nice punch to it. It's just a really nice pedal. And still, even though it is really expensive, it's not as expensive as a Klon, so. So anyway, that's kind of the backstory to this pedal. Let's get some sounds out of it now, and see what you guys think. Alright, let's get to it. Alright everybody, I got everything set up here. I've got the pedal going into my 1965 Fender Pro Reverb, and out of that into the Universal Audio Aux 212 setting, kind of like the other videos I have. And everything, of course, is going into my, 2021 Gibson ES355 Murphy Labs. The pedal itself, right now we're going to hear the basic clean tone, and then I'm going to switch on the pedal. Now, I did have everything at noon, but I had to adjust the volume to make up for the loss when you hit the pedal on and off. So that's just a little bit higher than what comes out of the amp naturally, so disregard the volume knob on this. Yes, it does work extremely well. I don't think I have to fiddle with that, but we will fiddle with the gain and the tone knob on this thing. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I just want to get a few sounds out of this thing, keep it very standardized with the chords that I'm doing, and a little bit of the plucking, kind of like a combo of the two, and then I'll fiddle around with the gain, bring it back to unity, back to middle, and then I'll mess around with the tone, and then I'll do the same thing with the Strat style guitar, and just see what kind of tones we get out of this thing. So really basic. Let's get into it. So here's my clean tone. Go middle position. Neck. All right, let's switch this thing on. And bridge position. Middle. And neck. Okay, we're gonna go back to bridge position, but let's higher this gain, see what we got. I'll do like quarter increments, let's just call it that. I don't have to go too crazy with it. Okay, let's see what we got. Now, just to be clear, this is usually about the setting that I use when I use this thing. Right here at this 2 o'clock area sounds really good to me. So let's do the middle, see what we got. Oh, real nice. Okay, let's try neck. And this thing's real nice. Again, I like this setting also for just solo type of work. So we'll see how it sounds with these single notes. Very nice. That's with that neck pickup too. Let's try the middle. Let's go for that bridge position. Very cool. Now when we start getting more gain than this, it starts getting a little weird, but let's see what we got. Let's go up to, what would that be? About 3 o'clock or so. That was the middle position. Let's go bridge. Still sounds pretty good. Alright, now if you're kind of old like me, you may have remembered that little riff from a Dumb and Dumber song. There you go. That actually sounds pretty good. Let's go to the middle. Alright, neck. Not bad. Let's max this thing out, see what we got. Well, you can definitely hear it. Not bad. And that's all the way maxed out. Still pretty smooth. Well, that sounds great. Now I'm going to put it back to about that 2 o'clock range, and let's mess with the tone a little bit. And I'm only going to do 3 different tests. So you heard it all straight up noon. Let's bring this thing back down to about 9 o'clock. And then we'll go up to 3 o'clock, and then we'll just call it real from there. All right, here we go. On the perch position. And I imagine that's probably going to be a better setting for your single coil kind of pickups where they're obviously a little more shrill, a little more stringy. So still sounds pretty good. It's still a little dull for my taste, but I usually go about that noon area. This still sounds pretty good. All right, let's take this thing all the way up to 3 o'clock now. See what we got here. Man, this pedal sounds great. Let's try this again with neck. Still really good sounding. Well, I think that's probably about enough. I mean, you get an idea of some of these sounds coming out of this thing, and what a really cool pedal. I mean, it's so simple, and that's not necessarily what I'm used to. I'm finding that I was getting a lot of pedals that had just so many different switches and knobs and things that I can adjust on them, and I mean, this thing is so simple, it's so smooth, and it bites just enough. So I really like this pedal, and again, I'm gonna put this thing up side by side in another video with a few other Bluesbreaker style pedals. But for now, this thing sounds great. Let's plug in a Strat and kind of do the same test. All right, guys. All right, everybody, I have the exact same setting on the amps. Nothing has changed except that I switched guitars, obviously, to this is a 1960s Journeyman Relic Fender Custom Shop Strat. And it has, I believe, these are the Texas Specials. So they sound great in this guitar. Really twangy, got a little bit more attack. I did have lollers in it before. I believe the Dirty Blonde set, which I really liked, but they were just a little too tame for me. So I got the specials that were in it, put them back in, and it works great with this guitar. So we're going to do the exact same setting. I don't need to show you the clean sound. I'm just going to go right into the pedal. I did have to adjust the volume because it's a little lower output than the Gibson and the humbucker. So we're going to kind of do the same test here. This one's going to be a little bit quicker than the other one. I'm just going to start going through a few settings. And I'm probably not going to talk too much about it. You can visually see me move some of the knobs, but I'll do about the same thing. Here we go. Pedal on, everything at noon with the exception of the volume. Bridge pickup. That was middle. Let's go to neck. All right, let's get some grit out of this thing. I'm gonna go 3 o'clock on gain and then about, what's that, 11 o'clock on tone. Okay, that's a bridge pickup. Let's go all the way to the neck. That thing sounds. Let's give it full speed and back that tone off even more. That's at position 4. So a little bit of the front and the middle pickup. One of my favorite positions. Pretend I can play that good. Alright. Let's back that gain down a little bit. We're going to just go up with the tone. I mean, I think you get a decent idea of how gain goes with this. Let's bring that tone up to 3 o'clock and see if we can actually make the inside of our eardrums explode. Yeah, it's a little rough. Okay, a little shrill. That was on the neck pickup. Let's see if we get in that 4th position. Obviously, I wouldn't really use that setting, but you get a little bit more of an idea. Bring it back down a little bit, bring that gain down a little bit. And again, I kind of keep this thing tone-wise in that 11 to 2 o'clock range for both, for either style of guitar. Yeah, it just sounds great. Anyway, I hope it gave you a good idea of some of the tones and some of the sounds that you can get out of this pedal. Again, really smooth, got a nice bite to it. I mean, I love this pedal. It's probably going to stay on the board for a while. So let's wrap up this video and, yeah, get back to playing. I hope you enjoyed just seeing my nose down for most of this playing. All right, let's see what we can wrap up on this thing. Thanks, guys. Well, that about wraps up the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I really liked the sounds that I got out of this thing for both style of guitars. Same applications, different sounds. I mean, you get a lot out of this pedal just out of a couple knobs. So I really enjoyed it. It's staying on the pedal board. I use it a lot now in conjunction with some of my other Bluesbreaker style pedals. So it's just a solid pedal. Nice and smooth. It's got the sounds I like, and I think it's staying for now. Anyway, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I'm going to come out again with a lot more content, hopefully just like this, some more guitar reviews. And if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know in the comments section, or what you thought about the pedal, things you liked, things you didn't like out of it, things you'd like to see more or less. just let me know. I'm all ears, and let's have some fun. Everybody go play some guitar. Have a good time. Again, thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. All right, take care.